Hello, welcome to the second episode of Teleglitch Die More Edition. This time that's a lot of them. And there's more walking in too, that's just great. I'm probably going to need more than one bomb for all this. Oh yeah, definitely. And that big one is chasing me around pretty close. Yep, that bomb explosion was centered on the big one, took the full brunt of it. Still seems barely damaged at all. I'm not surprised. And there you just saw the first use of the shotgun. Knocked it right over, still didn't kill it. So I think that's a good introduction to the giant zombie. Takes a ton of punishment. Deals 10 damage per hit, like the large mutant. But the giant zombie is quite a bit faster, and it also can throw rocks which also deal 10 damage a hit. It can throw them pretty rapidly too when it wants to. As for the reason everything just sort of rushed in right at the start, well, I had the wonderful timing to run into a patrol or two right at the beginning of the level. Patrols are a new feature of Die More Edition. Each level has a few sets of monsters walking around, exploring just to see if they can run into you at the most wonderful timing and directions. That giant zombie was part of one of the patrols. And since I used a shotgun for the first time, I might as well explain that too, just as soon as I blow these things up. Or at least, I try to. It mostly missed. So, shotgun. Like any good video game shotgun, it's best at more or less melee range. Does plenty of damage, and it has a chance to knock down enemies. That last part is not as good as it sounds. Enemies that are knocked down, well, you can't hurt them as far as I can tell. And when you shoot something big like the giant zombie, usually it gives the smaller monsters a chance to swarm over it and protect it from your future bullets. Oh well. Oh hey, that is an assault rifle. That is a very useful gun. I plan to use it for, most of the game. Well, not this level though. Don't need it just yet. About a room ago, one of the small mutants dropped some canned meat. That's really rare. Usually, you can go through the whole game without a mutant dropping even one of them. Oh, got hit by a rock before I could shoot that zombie another time. So, 3 perfect shotgun hits plus a pistol bullet will take one down. This particular level only has 2 of those giant zombies, thankfully. Phew. So, I've talked about canned meat a few times already, but I haven't really explained what it does. First of all, it's a healing item. You get 10 health from each can to a maximum of 150, unlike any other kind of healing, which can only take you to 100. But I'd say even better than that is the empty can that's left over. There are a lot of useful things that can be made from empty cans. Because this game has a crafting system. It's pretty simple. You just hit C and the game will show you what you can make with the tools you happen to have. You don't have to spend time randomly combining things to see if you can uncover a recipe or something. I already made something, in fact, last level. It was a plate from 6 empty cans. That's right, a thick steel plate. The game explains why the cans of meat are made from military-grade steel from one of the computer terminals, I think. But from my perspective, the why of it is not all that important. What's important is I'm going to need a lot of those plates. I'm only going to make 2, though. As for the rest, the game will provide. Maybe. there are lots of other things that can be made from empty cans too. Hopefully we'll go through a few of those as we come across the opportunity. Now, each time I come across a nail box, I'm going to just drop it right away. It could be useful with the right particular build. If you combine hardware, a pistol, and a tube, you can make a nail gun. Then you combine explosives and those nail boxes to make ammo. Pretty handy for, I'd say, the first 2/3 of the game. But I plan to use those ingredients for other things, so the nail boxes are not going to be useful for me. Oh, I remember this particular room. In fact, there are a lot of rooms in this level that are just full of those small mutants. Oh, hey, you're not looking so hot, big guy. Actually, finishing it off with a stab was more risky than more risky than I should have been. I should have just gave it a pistol shot. Now, it might seem pretty easy to conserve ammo so far. I certainly haven't had to spend much except for the occasional zombie. But, well, that's going to change pretty soon. I've come across the teleporter room, but as usual, I'm not done yet. There are a couple of places that I want to explore, including, as I check the map, an item box that I passed by without noticing. As for the other thing, it just turns out to be a dead end, so I'm gonna skip all that walking. In fact, that's gonna happen a lot. And let's see how I did this level. Oh, 91. That's really good. I don't expect it to stay that high for long, but I'll take it while it lasts. Well,